you definitely need coffee.
Get coffee before you get out, because that's important. It's madness here. This market is actually very cool. It's a little crowded, and this man keeps following us because I think he wants to take us to a shop. And everyone keeps yelling to Nick saying, big size, big size.
And not African size.
No. This guy seriously wants us to go to his shop so bad. We're the Simpsons.
And this is Simps on the Go.
Welcome to Dakar.
Hello and welcome to Dakar, Senegal.
It is our first full day here, and we're really only here for 3 days. So we have so much to see in such a short period of time. But today, we're just gonna go walk around downtown Dakar.
We want to give you the first impressions of Dakar, Senegal. First thing is first, we're headed to a market right now to hopefully get some food because we have not eaten today. And it's currently almost 2 p.m. and we need some food.
I don't know if you noticed, but we switched to the GoPro because it's a little bit less conspicuous. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but we switched to the GoPro because it's a little less conspicuous. And, oh, there's a car, watch out. But it's just a little bit smaller, more compact, and easier to bring around. Watch out. Look at how many onions. There's so many onions.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel more comfortable here in Senegal than I did in South Africa. I'm not sure if you caught that, but there was about 100 raw chickens, defeathered, just kind of chilling there in the sun. The smells are very interesting, to say the least.
Like dry fish.
With hot garbage. I think that's the best way to sum that up. Another thing we realize that people love to do is they really want to take you to their shop. We've had at least 10 people try and take us to their shop to buy just clothes and just random stuff. I don't speak French.
It's okay, thank you.
It's okay. Thank you though.
It's okay, thank you. It's okay, thank you.
Another fun fact about Dakar is that in the 60s, they produced 25% of the world's peanuts. Yes, that is their biggest export, is peanuts. So random for that to come from here, because fish is a really big thing, obviously, because we're in the most western point of Africa. Today, now it's only 1% of the world's peanuts, which is still crazy to me. I mean, you come here, you don't think of peanuts. I don't speak French.
Come on, just look at my big factory. African clothes, not clothes.
Maybe later. Thank you though. Thank you though.
Okay, thank you.
I can't get over it. Literally every 2 feet we walk, there's someone else offering us to take us to their shop. Mostly coming to Nick though. One thing that we quickly learned is that some people do not like being filmed here. Not that we're filming people, but even when you're standing there for a time lapse or taking some kind of video, they don't love it. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you come to Dakar.
So we ventured kind of far away from where we're staying. I mean, we're nowhere near where we were supposed to go. So we're gonna start heading back. We're gonna go back to the main area, which is, how do you say Place? That's the one. I don't know if you heard that, but another goal we have is to make it to the water because apparently they have beautiful beaches. So what are your first impressions?
I think some of my first impressions are people are really nice and friendly here, and I feel way safer here than I did in Joburg, which surprises me a little bit. It's a little bit more expensive than we thought it would be here. The roads are way nicer than we expected. People in general are so nice and friendly, but some people don't like to be filmed, which is fair. I get that. You know, you got to be sensitive to people who don't want to be filmed. What are some of your first impressions?
I think it's much busier than I anticipated, but I don't know, there's a ton of people, very condensed, so I don't know if just the plateau area is like that, but apparently the north part of Dakar has some really, really nice beaches, and I think all the tourists on the plane last night that we were on all went there. I don't think a lot of them went here, but this is, I think, a more authentic version of Dakar. It's amazing. But now we're actually heading to the water. We think we found the road to the water, so let's go.
Those dresses are so beautiful. I cannot get over it. I just have read and heard that this is the fashion capital of Africa, and it's so beautiful. The dresses here are so beautiful, and I really want some. Do not like crossing streets. Gives me so much anxiety, especially because there are no crosswalks. Okay, ready? Ready? I hate it. We're learning West African way of crossing streets.
Salut.
Correct?
Ici?
Mais demain, pas aujourd'hui.
5200.
5,000. Okay. Okay, merci. Merci bien.
So our goal was to go to La Gorée, which is an island just off the coast here. And it's famous because it's apparently where a lot of slaves were sold. Apparently it's a really just good place to go to kind of see the culture and the history of Dakar itself. But we realized we needed your passport to get into the area where you buy tickets, which we don't have right now. We're trying to do Dakar on our own. We're seeing tour buses everywhere, which may be the way to go, but we're trying to do this on our own and for the cheapest way possible, because we're slowly realizing that Dakar is not a cheap place. I'm sure you can find cheap places to eat and whatnot, but transportation and lodging are pretty expensive.
Look at this building. They're like building a super modern building amongst very old buildings. And I don't know if I like that. It kind of takes away from the authenticity. I think that's part of the reason why we like it here.
It was pretty crazy. There was a lot going on,
so
and we
chaotic.
had not had any coffee yet. And I want to say, full disclaimer, we're sorry for the more raw footage that you got on the GoPro.
Nonetheless, it was so much fun to get out and walk around today and exploring parts of Dakar that we honestly looked for when we were looking for videos and pictures of people who've traveled to Dakar, Senegal, but we really couldn't find anything out there.
There's not a lot, but now I see why, because there's not that many tourists
No tourists
here in the plateau.
Now that we've been here for a whole day, we thought we would go through a couple of our first impressions of Dakar, Senegal, and what we think about you coming to Dakar. It is not super backpacker friendly, and you really, if you want to see all of it and you're only here for a short period of time, you really need to go with a tour, hire a private driver, or go with the travel company.
The second first impression that we had was that it's a lot more expensive than we anticipated, but just like food and whatnot, I'm sure you can find like a little local spot.
The third thing that we noticed, we were the only tourists out in downtown Dakar.
Literally.
I think it's more of a beach getaway for tourists rather than people coming to the city center and exploring the downtown like we are.
Another first impression. If you don't speak French or Wolof, you might have a difficult time.
Yeah, it's a little challenging.
Some people speak English. We met two people that spoke
really good.
Pretty
yeah.
decent English, but just know a few words in French and you'll be okay.
But we are going to end it here for today. Tomorrow we're gonna try to go to that island that we tried to get information on today. We have to get out and try to go explore one of the famous islands here.
See you on the go. So we found the gate earlier to where so we found the gate earlier to what? So we found the gate earlier to where the ferry is, but now he just wanted the tickets. The ferry goes to 100 franc is 1 USD. My math's a little slow today. We're a little late to get coffee and caffeine, so my brain's just trying to catch up with the day here and take this all in.
The first one is that you really need a
It's the washer, by the way.
Yeah, there's a washer, which we're really grateful for.